Hello and welcome everyone to episode 9 after show for My Magic Prophecy. Okay, so I literally just finished watching it. And I don't know what episode 10 can contain. Like, I feel like so much got wrapped up. Like, even to the point where I had to double check to make sure I was watching episode 9 and not episode 10. Because I was like, this is finale. Like, this is final episode business. Like, them being all cute together, and even like that last episode where they posted the picture for Instagram, and then him Tap being the director deputy guy, and them figuring out that first Karn was the bad guy, and etc., and and Ton and Pong getting together and being boyfriends. Like, all of that happened. Oh, and Tara's awake and like in back to work, and like, where do we go from here? How do we have a whole nother episode after this? Okay, so let's talk about that. I obviously the whole episode really was focused around Karn and Tap and Karn's reveal of being the villain. It was very simple, to be honest, like a very simple motive, just jealousy, compounded upon jealousy over a long time. I think that Karn's character really was in his head, and like he said, you were the one, like, you were saying this, you kept saying this. No one ever said, like, offered me this job. You just kept going on and on about it. So I think it was just one of those things where he just couldn't get over that feeling of inferiority when it came to Tap and always being second, that he started just speculating things in his head of things that hadn't even happened yet. And it just turned to poison. And it was really sad. Like, that whole thing is really sad, like, because they're friends, which is such a funny thing to say because he tried to kill him. But, like, they're friends. Like, you could see the pain in Tap with realizing, yes, we've always kind of been, whatever, in competition, but ultimately they were friends. He's like, this is my friend. And to know that your friend feels that way about you, and well, obviously trying to kill you, but like, even just feeling that way about you, like, it's heartbreaking in itself. So I'm really glad that we saw him really dealing with those emotions, like, even to the point where when he was spurring him on, like, you could tell those were real emotions and real feelings when he started, like, why would you do this? Like, he kind of went from, like, poking the bear, so to speak, to, like, being, I think, authentic in that character's feelings over the situation. And obviously the whole scene with, like, In and Tap breaking down, like, it's heartbreaking. Like, it really sucks. And I don't know. Like, I don't know where they go from here. Obviously, has to go to jail. But even, like, the next day when he was like, I'm still so mad, but he's my friend. Like, it's such a hard thing to reconcile. But I'm glad that they're not just, like, breezing over that fact. I think they've addressed it as much as they can. But yeah, and I absolutely loved Tap and In this entire episode. As always, it was so nice to see In really opening up and initiating things with Tap, and just being a lot more a lot less guarded. Like, that was really fantastic. And I love that Han and Pong are like boyfriends. I love that. Like, I just loved everything. I loved how it was such a interesting balance of, like, the sweet, cute moments between all of those guys. And then Karn's character was just, like, super scary. So I don't know. They did a really good job I don't know what's gonna happen in the next episode. And also, I'm also finding it weird because you know how we always joke about, ooh, episode 11. Now that we have consistently been getting BLs with 10 episodes, what happened to episode 11? Like, what's our, because 9 doesn't feel like an episode 11. That wasn't like episode 11. I don't know. Do we have a new formula? What do we do now? What do we do now? Okay. Thank you for watching with me. I'm going to watch the finale next because it's already out and I'm a little bit behind. Shocker. But yes, this has been really good. I'm excited to see what happens, like where they're going to go.